Vexillologists, what are some red flags that you think should get more attention? The Swiss flag is mostly but not entirely red, so that's a big plus. A pun to match my own, thank you. You run it up the flagpole, and I'll salute it. Fun fact: the flag of the Red Cross was designed at the Geneva Convention in 1864. Its design is intentionally the reverse of the Swiss flag to honor Henry Dunant, its Swiss founder. Laughing and learning. Mostly but not entirely red, just like my textbooks. Federer wants his joke back. The flag of Zeleznogorsk, Russia. I can't decide what's better, the flag or the fact that there is a city named Iron Mountain. There's a whole country named Black Mountain, if you're into that. I know. The thing is, I speak Russian, and directly translating names words from Russian to English never gets boring. A few examples: Din Kara Ddd Pushkin means of cannon, or belonging to cannon. Derdnermed means one who has knowledge of where honey is, or simply knower of honey bear. Dddddin Nemets means one who is mute, it means German. Nemets used to mean anyone who speaks foreign language, opposed to Slav dddeg.din. The word dddeg.din came from the word literally, and meant someone who speaks your language. St. Mark's flag, Republica Serenissima di Venetia's flag has a winged lion with the Bible on it. The lion also features on the flag of the United States of the Ionian Islands, taking on a much more Nicolas Cage-esque look. Looks like the lion hit the blunt for the first time, and is in the middle of a teenager level deep conversation like, have you ever wondered why it's called the Bible? I don't know how you came to that comparison. Now that's my new favorite flag. The halo as well, so extra. The flag of Sri Lanka has something similar, except the lion on their flag is holding a sword. Our vexillology should have some. One of my favorites is this one. Might have to steal that one for my next Stellaris run. Thanks for sharing. Personally, stealing that for my Kerbal Space Program save. You can set custom flags in Stellaris? How? Basically, I'd have to make a simple mod. I could use that as an emblem. There's a good overview on flag modding in the wiki. If you do make that mod, please upload and send me the link. I'm glad we had the same first thought. I recently did a road trip and found one of my new favorite flags, Wichita. Hey, I'm from there. I've been told that the blue symbol represents home, and that the red and white stripes represent the multiple paths home. Kinda like you can always come back to where you're from. A very fitting flag to represent Wichita. So you can come back to Texas, because it's just not the same since you went away, and you're going to lose your accent. I bet you missed your exit and drove right onto the Lone Star State. I like it too. Not nearly enough Native American symbols in American flags. My favorite North American native symbol flags from a narrow field are New Mexico and Nunavut. The Albanian flag, entirely red, and the coat of arms is Badassimo, needs more attention. It's nice. KTHEJU Togstendi Eon Jerry Kazemran Lepeng. I work with a guy from Albania. The language is nothing like I've ever heard. The language doesn't spawn from other base languages like Latin, Germanic, Grecian, Slavic. It's completely unique to Albanians. I think the language it may have spawned from was Illyrian. And there are no other Illyrian languages, I believe. TBH, I'm not am expert, but I know it doesn't have roots in any other spoken language. That's what I've gathered from researching it, which is super neat. I think Hong Kong's flag is as close to perfect as you can get. It's just so clean. Hong Kong, Macau, and most of Japan's prefectures have the best flags. The Hong Kong flag is great, but I think the PNG flag is better. PNG is great. My personal favorite is Slovakia for country and Chicago for a city. Yeah, both are great, although I don't really see much point in city flags. There is a point when it is better than your state flag. Before clicking, I was like, how big of a difference could the file type make? The old Soviet Hungarian flag was literally just a red flag, nothing special, just red. Soviet Hungarian flag till Hungary had an all red flag and a red star as the coat of arms for 133 days. Why would they be different shades of red? Both are reds. but some reds are more red than others. Dunno. It's interesting to note that the Hungarian language has two basic words for red with slightly different connotations and usages. There were not time to write precise color definitions in a constitution, so the Wikipedia authors just put in a random red star next to an almost random red flag. Theoroloaders, this never was properly defined. Okay, so we can all appreciate the Tennessee state flag good color scheme, simple enough to view at a distance, no problematic Confederate battle flag like some other flags, not a boring state seal on a blue background design, all around, a good flag. But did you know the Tennessee General Assembly has their own flag that looks suspiciously communist? The orientation of the stars throws me off a bit. None of them sit perpendicular to any border, so the circle looks like it's been rotated slightly. It's kind of like the flag is a balloon in the process of being filled with air. Do you know if there is a reason for this? Still a neat flag though. I believe there's no way to get all the stars to have some edge line up with the flag and still have a point in the center, and having some line up and some not looked unbalanced. People mess it up all the time, though, which does make the flag deceptively easy to draw. I love the Isle of Man flag because it's just so weird. Same basic design in the Sicilian flag. Nepal, the only non-rectangular flag I think. Ohio doesn't have a rectangular flag. Can't blame you for not knowing that, since it's just a state and not a country, and I think Switzerland's flag is a square not a rectangle. But Nepal is definitely the furthest away from being rectangular, so that is pretty awesome. A square is a rectangle. I thought it was rhombus, then I just looked it up, and it says it is a rhombus and a rectangle, and I don't know what to believe. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past. A rectangle is any four-sided shape with 4 right angles. A rhombus is any four-sided shape with 4 equal sides. A square has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. This one is from a Dutch city called Leiden, near Amsterdam. I've been there once, and lots of things owned by Leiden's government has that key symbol embedded on it. Amsterdam's flag is one of the best in the world too. That one from Staveren with the heart petal things rules too. You have to mention this one from North Brabant, if we're going Dutch though. Zeeland, and for opposite reasons New Brunswick. Till about Zeeland. Thai. That's one long lion. New Brunswick looks awesome. It feels like the New Brunswick flag is moving if I flit my eyes back and forth from the top to the bottom. That alternative flag of England with a white dragon on a red background, the counterpoint of the Welsh myth of the red dragon. It's pretty cool, shame it only seems to be used by tiny nationalist groups. Spite flags are hard to unironically support outside of tiny nationalist groups. You say that, but the Gadsden flag shows up all over here. No step on snack. No step on snack. I like the one that shows calculations of a K-spring constant, with the title "Snakes don't actually coil like this." My state released a Gadsden license plate, so now everyone and their uncle has one. When Alabama started releasing them, I know someone who managed to get snack. Russia has some cool flags. This article goes through a lot of cool ones. Lol, the black and grey flag is depressing AF. Not a vexillologist by any mean, but here's a fun piece of trivia. United Kingdom's flag is large compared to other flags. That's because its aspect ratio is 2:1. The US flag too is pretty large. But is it 2:1? Nope. Because the US wants to dissociate itself from the UK at every single level, their flag does not have a 2:1 aspect ratio, but a 19:10. Also, I can safely say that Barbados flag is in my top 5. Are you sure that isn't the Maserati emblem? I had to Google this word, and when I did I laughed a little harder than I should. One of my favorite flags, that has red in it. I love our flag. You see it everywhere in town too. It's easily one of my favorite flags out there, but it comes across as a little biased when I talk it up. I love Chicago's flag and Denver's flag. Great city flags that can be used in so many ways. Street. Louis has a really under the radar fun flag too. Madison 2. Phoenix. The film Pocahontas gets the correct naval flag of Great Britain from the 1600s, before Northern Ireland joined the Union. It would have been correct if Great Britain existed in the 1600s, but the union between England and Scotland wasn't until 1707. While that would have been the correct form for most of the 18th century, in the 17th England and Scotland were independent, and he would have been flying the flag of St. George, for England. That's not right at all. The Union flag jack was ordered to be created by James I in 1606, and was definitely in use throughout the 1600s. This beauty has some red in it. When I was growing up in Montgomery County, I always found the Calvert banner portion slightly annoying. Now that I'm older, I think I've grown to appreciate it. Like a line disrupting an otherwise static field, injecting some dynamism to the whole thing. I hate the Maryland flag. Not because there's anything inherently wrong with it, but because they keep trying to cram that imagery into other things, and one iota of complexity added to that pattern makes it hideously busy. I think Maryland's flag is definitely one of the better state flags, for 3 reasons. 1. It's not at all boring. 2. It's directly related to Maryland's history. And 3. It's instantly recognizable. I live in Maryland, a transplant, and wow, proud Marylanders plaster that flag on everything. The ones at beaches. What else is in the Teachers of Peaches? Tell what vexillology is. Vexillologists are people obsessed with flags. Wait, this means the Northern Irish have a name that sounds fancy. I think you'll find that the Northern Irish are obsessed with flags, not flags. I thought this said ventriloquists, and was very confused. Now I actually understand the post. I'm merely hurt and angry. Can I hear your response if it was? Well, you won't hear it from him exactly.